Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Kahalam Lai Yahweh Shem Al Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. Now Yahweh being the true and powerful mighty name, for the word ignorantly calls God, Jehovah or Yahweh. Bahashim means in the name. Yahweh Shai being the true and powerful mighty name, for the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ or Yeshua, and the Rakakadash is the Holy Spirit according to the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who I learned the truth of the Bible from. Peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect. To you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. And much love and respect unto you brothers pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom. May Yahweh Shem Al Shai continue to bless you and your households. I'm the brother Yawam, come back at you with another lesson, Lord willing. It is edifying. And today I'm going into what a watchman is and, the duties of a watchman. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the book of Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. Okay, and Jerusalem is a code name for Israel or Israelites, which the nation of Israel is your so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. And you also have the Israelite foreigners, okay, who are likened unto the speckled bird, who look like the other nations, but their bloodline and lineage goes back unto Jacob by the lineage of their fathers, okay? So if you look like one of the other nations and you can receive and accept this, this truth, then 9 times out of 10 you're an Israelite, okay? So I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, and the watchman represents, the prophets, the men of the Lord that are out there prophesying, starting with the elder apostles of Great Millstone and men on down who teach the same doctrine as them, okay? We should never hold their peace day or night. You got lessons coming in all throughout the times of the day, noon, evening, and even in the early morning hours, okay? This lesson's coming out at all times. Okay, so the men of the Lord are never holding their peace. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence. Okay, and give him no rest till he until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, and that is the plan. Okay, until Yahweh Shem Al Shai shuts this system now, until he brings in that famine of the word by taking the internet, shutting down the internet. Taking us off the highways and byways, we're going to keep proclaiming this truth. Slaki, okay? And that's pretty much what a watchman is supposed to do, okay? So, I try to look it up in the blue letter. Now, my phone is acting funny, as it normally does. Have full bars, and yet phone wants to be slow and retarded, man. Honestly, that's just more to show you that this system is, is going down, man. Okay, everything here in this man's kingdom is falling apart. All right. So got the word watchman in the Hebrew.
Strong's H 8104.
Shamar. Okay. Outline the biblical usage to keep, guard, observe, give heed. And what are we supposed to observe? The prophecies. Okay. That's how you measure the time, is by linking up biblical prophecies with current events and what's going on in the world. Okay. We've been given the job. Okay. We've been given the office to, understand prophecy and to link it up with current events. And then we come on these video epistles or out on the highways and byways and warn you people, okay? We're guards, okay? We're pretty much the guards over the nation of Israel, but mainly this time around, well, we're guards over the elect, because those are the only ones we're worried about. We're waiting for the elect to be sealed, okay, to keep charge of, to keep guard, keep watch, and ward, protect, save life, okay, to watch for, and we're watching for the signs of the times, and we're watching for Yahweh Shai, okay. It says wait for. We're waiting for Yahweh Shai to make his second return, okay. To keep, retain, treasure up, to keep within bounds, restrain, to observe, celebrate, keep, Sabbath or covenant or commands, perform vow. And we were commanded, okay. You got woken up to this truth. You have been commanded to warn the people, okay. Warn the people of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We have been commanded to do that, okay. To keep, preserve, protect, okay. We're trying to protect the souls of the elect. That's why we're doing what we're doing. To be on one's guard, to take heed, take care, beware, to keep oneself, refrain, abstain, to be kept, be guarded, to keep, pay heed, to keep oneself from. And we're keeping ourselves, and we're trying to keep the souls of the elect from, the wiles of the devil, okay? We're trying to keep him from Satan's devices and, falling into the trap, okay? Now let's get the Google definition.
Watchman.
A man employed to look after an empty building, especially at night, okay? A member of a body of people employed to keep watch in a town at night, okay? And, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So, he set us up to, keep watch over the nation of Israel, okay? And, the elect of the nation of Israel is a nation within itself. All right, similar words: security guard, custodian, doorman, caretaker, janitor, superintendent, warden, steward, or curator, okay? And, steward, you can find that word in the scriptures, and let's look up the word steward.
Steward.
A person who looks after the passengers on a ship, aircraft, train, and brings them meals, okay? And what is the meal that we bring into the hopeful elect? The word, the scriptures, okay? Because this is likened unto living waters, and this is, milk and honey right here, okay? All right, so from there, we had Isaiah 62. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. I'm going to start at the top at verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right? Because in the vision that it's talking about, is talking about the prophecies. That's the vision that's been set for an appointed time, okay? And we're in that. We know we're in the beginning stages of that appointed time, and we're proclaiming that to the people, okay? And it seems like it's not tarrying, just because it's event after event after event after event, okay? And you got to remember, things are not going to happen on our time. It's going to happen on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua's time. Okay? So from there, let's go to the book of Ezekiel, Salakia, chapter 33. And I'm going to start at the top. Okay? Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people. Okay? And Ezekiel was an Israelite. Okay? Because that's only who we worried about is the Israelites, okay? Mainly the elect. When I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, If when he seeth the sword cometh upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Okay, and that's what we're doing. We see Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and these other nations gearing up for World War III. We see them about to come hard on the nation of Israel during Jacob's trouble, and we're blowing the trumpet. But people, they have their ears stopped up. They're not trying to hear the trumpet being blown. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come upon Salakia, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. And that's right, because he's been given plenty of warnings and he didn't take heed, so it's his fault that he got his head chopped off. Okay? But if the watchman see the... Okay, hold on. Salakia, verse 5, I just skipped the verse. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. And that's pretty much what the elect, that's what the elect is doing. They hear the warning and they taking heed, and they're spiritually trying to prepare and hide themselves in the secret place of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which is this truth, this word. And Salaki for all the damn airplanes flying over me, man. Okay, I feel like Satan trying to just muffle this truth out, man, but hey, it's going to go out one way or another. Verse 6, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Okay, and the watchman that's not blowing the trumpet is likened unto these false prophets. Okay, and these pastors, these Christian pastors, that's not giving you warning. They giving you this feel-good doctrine, okay, or just blatantly lying to you, okay, and not giving you warning. Okay, the blood is gonna be on their hands, and that's why we, that's what we're, trying to do. We're trying to get the blood off our hands because we don't want to be held accountable for anybody that didn't take heed. Okay. You got these, Israelite, these false Israelite groups giving wrong doctrine, false doctrine or whatever, and leading the people astray. Their blood is going to be on their hands. Okay, verse 7. Nope, let me finish in verse 6. I'm going to start again in verse 6. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. That's right, because a lot of these Israelite groups, they know the truth. They know what the MOTB really is. Okay, but they're not warning their people. They know that Jacob's trouble is like about to knock on the door, but they don't want to tell their congregation. So when shit hits the fan, okay, their congregation's blood is going to be on their hands because they had the opportunity to warn them, but they didn't. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word in my mouth and warn them from me. Okay, and that's pretty much what the true men of the Lord are doing, warning the people. Verse 8, when I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the wicked from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Okay, we're trying to be blameless out here. Okay, therefore, O thou son of man, speak unto the house of Israel. Thus ye speak, saying, if our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how should we then live? Say unto them, as I live, say Yahweh, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will you die, O house of Israel? So that's going to show you that this is directed to the nation of Israel, not to everybody. Okay, our people need to turn from their wicked ways. But 2/3 is not going to hearken unto this message. So that's why we only worry about the 1/3 and 144,000, the elect. Okay? Verse 12, therefore thou, son of man, say unto the children of thy people, the righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. As for the wickedness of the wicked, he shall not fall thereby in the day that he turneth from his wickedness, neither shall the righteous be able to live for his righteousness in the day that he sinneth. When I shall say to the righteous that he shall surely live, if he trust to his own righteousness and commit iniquity, all his righteousness shall not be remembered. But for his iniquity that he have committed, he shall die for it. Okay? Again, when I say to the wicked, that righteous man, if he fall and gets back up, he better, pray and beg Yahweh Shem Shai for mercy and forgiveness. Okay? Try to stay away from that, as much as possible. All right, 14, again, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, if he turn from his sin and do that which is lawful and right. If the wicked restore the pledge, give again that he had robbed, walk in the statutes of life, which is talking about the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, without committing iniquity, he shall surely live, he shall not die. None of his sins that he committed shall be mentioned unto him. He have done that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live. Yet the children of thy people say the way of Yahweh is not equal, but as for them, their way is not equal. And that's right, these people try to say that, the laws of Yahweh Shem Shai are grievous and unfair, but the law generates life, it generates peace. Okay? Y'all people are just too dumbfounded to understand that. Okay, because y'all love being wicked and want to follow after the ways of the heathen. Verse 18, when the righteous turneth from his righteousness and committed iniquity, he shall die thereby. But if the wicked turn from his wickedness and do that which is lawful and right, he shall live thereby. Yet ye say, the way of the Lord is not equal, O ye house of Israel. I will judge you every one after his ways. And it came to pass in the 12th year of our captivity, in the 10th month, in the 5th day of the month, that no one had escaped out of Jerusalem, came unto me, saying, the city is smitten. Now the hand of Yahweh was upon me in the evening afore. He that was escaped came and had opened my mouth until he came to me in the morning, and my mouth was open, and I was no more dumb. Then the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, they that inhabit those wastes of the land of Israel speak, saying, Abraham was one, and he inherited the land, but we are many, the land is given to us for an inheritance. Wherefore say unto them, thus say Yahweh, ye eat with the blood, and lift up your eyes toward your idols, and shed blood, and shall ye possess the land? Okay, that's, pretty much the nature of the 2/3. They just think, oh, well, I'll be in the kingdom of heaven, so, I'll just continue in my wickedness. Ye stand upon your sword, ye work abomination, and ye defile everyone his neighbor's wife, and shall ye possess the land? Say thou thus unto them, thus say Yahweh, as I live, surely they that are in the waste shall fall by the sword, and him that is in the open field will I give to the beasts to be devoured. And they that be in the forts and in the cave shall die of the pestilence. Okay? So, judgment gonna come on you 2/3 for pretty much putting the word on the back burner. Okay? Y'all judgment is gonna be very excruciating. Okay? And Yahweh Shem Shai has the power to make it seem like it's happening for an eternity, even though it's probably just like 5-10 minutes, but to you it's gonna feel like an eternity, okay, of suffering. For I will lay the land most desolate, and the pomp of her strength shall cease, and the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, that none shall pass through. Then shall they know that I am Yahweh, when I have laid the land most desolate because of all their abominations which they have committed. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people are still talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh. And they come unto thee as people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they will hear thy words, but they will not do them. Okay? And that's pretty much the nature of Jake. Because you have some 2/3 that will come and listen to us, okay, and you're like, okay, well, that makes sense. All right, and then you give them your YouTube channels, or they'll say, well, I'll be back next week to come check y'all guys out, but never come. Okay. But they will not do them, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. Yeah, because they love this world so much, they don't want to get out of it. Okay. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. When death and destruction coming in the air, okay, when we're in Jacob's trouble, okay, when we're in the hour of temptation, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. Yep. And they're going to be searching. Like I say, when the famine of the word come, they're going to be, all across the coast, searching to and fro, looking for a man of the Lord. But he going to stop up our mouths, and we won't be able to proclaim the words of the truth to you, unless Yahweh Shem Shai sanctioned it. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. Okay? Because we hear the words of Yahweh Shem Shai, and we're standing on our watch. Okay, so blessed is the man that's pretty much on his watch, waiting on the return of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? I'm going to close out with this. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 37. Luke 12:37, and this is red letters, so this is the words of Yahweh Shai. Blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Okay, so Yahweh Shai just pretty much said the same thing we just read in Proverbs. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. And if he shall come in the second watch or in the third watch and find them so, blessed are those servants. And this know, that if the good man of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and have not suffered his house to be broken through. That's why we constantly got to be on our watch, with current events, okay, and everything that's going on in the world, because we don't want to get caught with our pants down. Okay, but ye therefore be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when you think not. That's right. You're going to come through as a thief in the night. All right? And we want to be those servants that are found watching. We don't want to be the ones that, pretty much went back to sleep, or, was, being wicked to the other servants. Okay? Then Peter said unto him, Lord, speakest thou this parable unto us, or even to all? And the Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise steward? All right, there go that word steward. That's a similar word to watchman. Okay, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Doing what? Standing on his watch, warning the people, doing what we were commanded to do. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he have. And I want to be, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. I want to rule this earth. That's why, even when I don't feel like doing the lesson, I still, do a lesson. The Spirit will jump on me to do the lesson. Some days when I don't feel like going to camp, the spirit gets on me, be like, hey man, you need to go to camp, okay? Then I'm just using that as an example because I love going to camp, man. I'm just gonna be 100 with you. I love being out there on the highways and byways, man. But sometimes the flesh should be like, oh man, I'm tired. I done had a long week of work. But that spirit will take over and be like, no, we got to do this, okay? Because salvation is at hand, man, and it's nearer than what you believe. Okay, so now is not the time to get slack or get complacent. Okay. Verse 45. And if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the manservants and maidens and to eat and drink and be drunken, and that's talking about those false Israelite leaders, man, that's teaching false doctrines or whatever because they sold out. Okay. And they drunk with the wine, of false doctrines and philosophies. That's what we're talking about in verse 45, 46. The Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looking not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him asunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. And I don't want no part of that, man. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. Yeah, because he knew better. Even though, like it say in Habakkuk, though it tarry, wait for it. Okay, even though it seemed like it's a long time, we still got to, pretty much act as like Yahweh Shah's coming tonight, man, or he's coming tomorrow. Okay, you got to constantly be in that mind state, man. There ain't no time to get restless and complacent. Verse 48, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. Okay, that sounds like what we read in Ezekiel. Okay, the wicked man that wasn't warned, he's still gonna get caught up in iniquity, but the blood's gonna be on the watchman's hand. Okay, but the righteous man who committed iniquity, he gonna die in his iniquity, and that's pretty much the servant is gonna be beaten with many stripes. Okay, for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required, and to whom men have committed much of, they will ask the more. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it off there. All right, so that's pretty much sums up what a watchman is and what is his duty. Okay, according to this truth, we have been given this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and we have been set up to warn the people of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Don't hide it in the napkin. Don't bury it in the ground. Warn the people, okay? Unless you want their blood to be on your hand. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who I learned the truth of the Bible from. And peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Much love and respect unto you brothers pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom, now more so than ever. May Yahweh Shem Yahushai continue to bless you in your households. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and the Bible Ball. DTA soon. Shalom.